sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cleveland Browns. The veteran Dustin Hopkins has this one teed up, and we are underway here in Cleveland. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
Truly one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league, is willing to do whatever it takes to win and plays through a lot of adversity and continues to do it at a high level in his high 30s, trying to make another run to the Super Bowl here in his 17th season.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Stafford. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Gary, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
And what a marvel Joe Flacco is. Continues to be a reliable quarterback into his 40s. And we say it all the time. He came off of his couch and made a team better. Guess what? He's doing it again, and now has a chance to not only be good on the field, but also be one of the great mentors in a quarterback room.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down, and that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's 4. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down,
under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Britton Covey. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first one. How did you know here? Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. Stafford now to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Here's Ethan Evans now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here comes Carter. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And that will come the offense as they take over. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Flacco from the gun. He gets this one to Johnson. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
2 yards on the play. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 50-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And that run wasn't just for a 1st down. That was for some confidence. They've had a tough day moving the ball on the ground this entire game. I think after that one, they'll feel a little bit better about themselves, and now they got more downs to try and get it done.
Throwing is Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL, Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Here's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. They run. It's Williams. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Well-executed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, I know this will surprise you, but I've actually done a little bit of reading lately, and all the analytics say that you should go for it more on 4th down. I think someone has referred back to their analytics coach. Maybe he's got a pipeline into the booth because that was a really good play call.
And he's got it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Davante Adams. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Incomplete.
3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Flacco. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Excellent coverage here on the play from Cameron Curl.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And the Rams first down.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Stafford. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Third and 8. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw. Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Well, the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Bootleg, Flacco. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Play action, Flacco. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Flacco. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a 1st down.
Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Flacco. That's going to be caught by Judy. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
An inside run with Judkins. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
The handoff to Ford up the middle.
They give the tackle to Quentin Lake.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Flacco off play action. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To pass, Flacco. He's got his target. That's complete. This is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Third and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
They run with 4. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
For another Cleveland Browns.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Flacco. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half-yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. And that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. On the return, Carter. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Browns getting set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Given 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Another 6-yard carry. Same as last play. First down.
That's good for the Browns. First down. First and 10 at the
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down. It's a nice running.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins.
He'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And a catch made by Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Passing play, Flacco. He finds his man Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They go pass again with Flacco. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
26-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Flacco looks to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Now it's Flacco. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on third down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Justin Hopkins on for the Browns field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
First down, Rams.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams have regained the lead. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10.
14. Browns 10.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On the ground, it's Jenkins to start the drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 28-yard
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Here's Flacco.
Pass complete to Judy on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now.
For the Browns.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
The Rams offense and running back Kyron Williams getting ready for their next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Throwing is Stafford. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Los Angeles.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And the Rams first down.
Stafford looks to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Stafford. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Stafford now to throw. Touchdown, Rams! Davante Adams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are able to extend their lead. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Gets past one man.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard
Those are the ones you
line.
dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Now Flacco. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Flacco.
He'll swing this out to Jenkins.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's now third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Flacco will take to the air again. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Flacco. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
That's good for a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, here's Judkins. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. and that trend is continuing here.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Flacco from the gun.
He gets this into the hands of Jenkins.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Flacco. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block.
The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford.
Pass complete there to McCool.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Los Angeles.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now it's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Stafford.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And a Rams 1st down.
They'd been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Busy this afternoon. It's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
At the 25-yard line.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. try to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to get this out to the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that will bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Flacco looks to throw. Open man downfield is Johnson. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops.
They'll run. This is Judkins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I know that we've seen their share of struggles, and the quarterback's been hit a few times in this game, but this one can't be put on the offensive line. They gave him plenty of time to throw the football. I think ultimately he has to be a lot more decisive in his decision-making and get rid of it and find an open target.
He gets this one to Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And that will force a turnover on downs.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
On the jet sweep, this is Eskridge.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
To throw is Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. In motion, the tight end. Here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Take a look at Deontay Johnson as this offense runs back out.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right. He's
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Passing play, Flacco. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Flacco. Buying time to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
12 more yards. That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Judkins.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Flacco. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know,
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drive in total 8 plays.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These 2 defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down, Rams.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Short throw, it's Higbee. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside at 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to stop short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free.
Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. They will start this drive with Ford. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Play action. Flacco. This one downfield for Tillman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To pass, Flacco. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
From the gun, Flacco. This one downfield for Tillman. And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. 7 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. The Rams offense and Devontae Adams set to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw, Stafford. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Grant Delpit with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's good for our Browns. First down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
First down, right back to Jenkins.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Setting up to throw, Flacco. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now Flacco.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At the 20.
He'll look to Williams to begin things.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Throwing to Stafford.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
That is caught. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now we give up the middle to Williams.
And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They went to their big body tight end on 2nd down in hopes that he could plow his way to a 1st down, but they were ready for him defensively and ended up holding him to a modest gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Right there in coverage. Credit Greg Newsome with getting a hand on it.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. Flacco. Pass caught. He's got Tillman. And he'll have it past midfield, almost close to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. This is the tight end, Njoku. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's second down.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Flacco will take to the air again. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make it third down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3rd and 4.
Flacco. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 6.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
An inside run with Jenkins.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshon Judkins, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
What a spin.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
It's a gain of 8.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down, Rams.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Here's Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
This one downfield for Tillman.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Cedric Tillman.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Browns strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The football going back to the Rams now. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Stafford now to throw. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So the completion good for just 3. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Now Stafford.
He'll drop this down to Williams. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 1 yard. 1st down, Rams.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's Stafford. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
At the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Schlesinger on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's going to take this across the 15 into Browns territory.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Stafford now to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
And Higbee going to have a Rams 1st down as the tackle made at the 42.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now it's Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
1st down, Rams.
Here's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. We'll take it inside the 25.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's second down.
Now Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. Third down.
Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
They snap it to Stafford. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
And now they're going to go for two and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult.
The Rams will line up for the two-point conversion.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
31.
And boy, you want to talk about guts? Guts is going for two when you're down one in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Flacco completes to Njoku.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see.
Now second down and a few inches. Now Flacco. And this one too low.
One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
One last gasp for Flacco. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.